Hi, Guru Sangeet. Good evening. Shashikal, let me just see how people are joining in. We have 4 people now. All good. I'm going to bring it right here. Sync sim. Hi, Dinesh Bhai. Hi, Sham Bhai. Hi, Sadhu Saab. Good evening, Shashikal. Hi, Sandeep. Good evening. Hi, Kishore. Hey guys, today's market was kind of a tired market to me. Like, if you see this was like more of a sell today, which happened. But the average volume in the market, if you see for last 9 days is very low. So we are going up on a low volume. So we'll see where it goes. But all in all, it looks tight. Hi Praveen, hi Lalita, good evening. And I've tried to do very limited trades in the last few days. Uh, last week has been good to me, and I'm like sharing a few trades with you all, and they've been working really, really good. So I hope you had some good gains at your end. Even now, the volume is pretty minimal. 21,000. It's very light, very, very light. And if we look at the inside days, we have so many inside days on Disney, Snap, Neo, Lyft, Plug, U, IWM, MDB, Crowd, ES, NQ, Gold, Adobe, Bitcoin, Lily Arm, hammers on IBM, Intel, Marvel. Marvel was really, really interesting. I wanted to go long on Marvel, but somehow I missed. But this Marvel is looking really good. So we still have 3 minutes. Once people are there, we'll do the scans and go through charts in between. Let me see forensics if they have found some nice flows. This is a Twitter handle from Blackbox. So I think this expired, so it's not there. MSTR, it's running crazy. Um, Not much. Arc is really bad. Like 50 strike puts at some substantial dollar amount, 2.5 million. This is good. Today I also shared a PDD. Uh, I think this guy Taylor, it's also from Black Box team, and he also shares like he's mentioning about solar, like especially run, that it has gone really, really into the calls 12.5. If you see in detail, this calls is reasonable amount. The price of the calls is going up like 12.2, and this came in the end of the day. 12.2, 12.3, 12.4, 2422. The price just kept on increasing. The IV was increasing. So this is pure addition. And then this also came in the end of in the morning. So the price was going up and up and up. Keep an eye on this run. And this is like 2, 3 days back to back. There And similar to run, this is FSLR, which is substantial in money, in the money calls, 517, 524, and they are there. So something is most likely to come on uh, these solar spots. So that was it from Black Box. All right, so it's 10:15. Hi and good evening, everyone. So welcome to my channel. So very first thing which I will do is let's see open low high scan. So today we had a wonderful trade. If you look at Lulu, right? Look at the open was 347 and the low was 337. This was a really good trade. If you see open equals to low or high, this was a good $10 trade. So people who have no understanding of any technology or technology or something, technical trading, any fundamentals, you can live with this price action. Whenever you see the price of an equity open equals to high, at and just keep it like at 9:45 or early, go short or buy puts in that equity. Your stop loss will be the same price. If you see open equals to low, then you have to go long, meaning buy calls and remain long. Stop loss is same, the open price. This is a very simple strategy, but it is very effective. If you are confused, like I had really bad last 2 months. So when I'm in the bad days, I go back to my basics. I go back to very simple trades, which require no understanding of technicalities, no impact of market. And these things come out really, really niche out of that. So open equal to high, you are short. Celsius open equal to high, same. Docu open equal to high, same. ITSI, it's very small trade, but again, it was open equal to high. So anybody who has no idea, please try to use this open equal to high, open equal to low. Then we had inside days in my watch list. Let's see how many of them. There are 17 of them. And you would also see that I have inside days coming here. I have shared the code for all of this uh, last week on Sunday. So you should be able to draw something similar. So we have Adobe, which is 482. It's an inside day. On Haikinishi, they are like really, really good, especially QCOM. It's an inside day. Maybe a reversal is coming on QCOM. Same is going for crowd. So anything which is like higher into the positives, it tells me that yes, if it is an inside day, it does not want to go higher because it has not made a new high today. So that's a sign. So if it is an inside day and Haikinishi candle is already green, or if it was inside day and Haikini candle was red, like in this case, it means the reversal is coming. All right, there's a high possibility. So Adobe, QCOM, Crowd, IWM, so they're there. Again, I'm not doing sheet tonight. We'll start that from Sunday. For now, we can like cover Adobe, QCOM, and Crowd. Then let's look at anything which is double inside bars. Again, I just want to go into my watch list and I want to save this carefully. There's nothing which came out from double inside bar. Okay, let's go to anything which is bearish candle patterns. Let's look into all the stocks if I get anything. Like all these stocks, these are. So this is the bearish candle pattern. If I look at now, this is bad. Like these are very small stocks, so I would avoid trading in them. There's nothing in my watch list, that is for sure. And this EMA cross I have added into my column, which tells me that yes, today there is a crossover of any item in the stock list, uh, which has 12 taken over the 34. Here, 12 went down the 34. So you will see 12 up and 12 down, plus the high Kenichi window. All right, so let's look into anything which is bullish. Again, those small stocks, nothing big. Last is 12 crossing 34 on daily. Looking into S&P. Yeah. So Oracle is looking good. UPS is good. So here we have 12 crossed 34 today on the daily candle. So Oracle, UPS are of interest to me. All right. So let's start. Let's start from ES first. So ES today, if you see, like I have lost my feature of bookmap. Uh, so Sheila, I've already shared the code into the Telegram community. You can go and pick it up from there. Now, what I was talking about is the leggedness of today's market. Like if you look at the trades today, Apple made a high of 191, closed lower. Amazon never was able to do anything. It just went up initially and then just gave back because they were dark pools at 186. So we took advantage of some of the moves, but it did not move that much. AMD moved very strongly today to 168, but end of the day, it almost gave $5 back. Baba and Baidu were like stupendous today. 7%. I've not seen Baba in a very, very long time. So is going, which was showing enormous strength. CRM was flattish. Costco have been like on a roll. It's moving like non-stop back to back. One more thing which I'm looking at is D-Dog. D-Dog had bad numbers, and since then it has come back from 110, 112 area to 120-ish area. So any tip, I would say D-Dog is a good opportunity. ENPH is like, as I said, solar ENPH is on my radar. Maybe for next week, ENPH has tested 118, 108 multiple times and has not able to break 124 area. Maybe this is the time ENPH FSLR is ready. Keep an eye. Google made all-time highs today. Really solid. MU also made 130 today, 130, which was my target. It's right there. Meta is weak. Last time when we talked about that. Yes, if Meta goes below 486, it will go down and will be weak. Since then, it has lost $14. Microsoft has gone up and solid. Netflix is struggling. Even after that news, Nvidia was showing strength but gave back. So did SMCI. PanW is really good. In the last few days, PanW has really emerged and it has earnings next week. PDD is something which I'm really, really excited about. I have shared a $10 million trade from the black box on this. QCOM has inside day and Snow today tried to break out, but again struggling. Closed at 165. So I'm actually looking into uh, Snow very, very cautiously because if it breaks out, it will run $10 to $12 in a straight line. Tesla once again was a fader. It just went to 180 yesterday and now back to 170s. There was some news revolving around the wheat stocks, so keep an eye on CGC, ACB, and Tilray. All right, so let's go back into our analysis. So on the daily charts, you see, uh, we are going up. We faced this candle and we made a high, which was 53,020, which was like the late recent high. And then we came back all the way to 4960. Since then, if you see, we have made a W. Okay, this W is a massive breakout. Now, the only concern I have is that when this W was made, usually this is a very positive, very positive setup. The volume was not there. The DMI is on the weakening side. Like the strength is getting lower and lower. Like it went up from the moment it went up. You see, the positive strength was trying to go up, but the power in that is weak. So we went up, but there's an issue in the power. Today, we can see a good sell-off, which was happening. So this gives me cautious. If, let me just change this color to maybe dark blue. Now, if we start to lose this long-term line, okay, then it is open for 12 EMA test, which is 5247. Again, I'm using Rifters Cloud. Richter clouds are basically 5 and 12 cloud, which gives you a range. Like this is a 5 EMA, this is a 12 EMA cloud, and this is a 34 and a 50 EMA. So depending on if the 12 has, like if people who do not know, if 12 EMA is greater than 34 EMA, you will see the green color showing you the positive. Like same thing, I use 12 and 34. He uses 5, 12 and 3450 combination. So I thought, let me just, because visually it looks a little better. So I thought, let me just try and let's see if it changes my luck. So 12 and 34, whenever they are in this mode, but 12 is leading 34, you will see green above blue. If 12 is lagging, you will see the red over green. So red and green will tell you the direction, that yes, whether it is above 1234 or 1234 is on the downward or the divergence. All right, now my first target is again my 12 EMA, 54.47. If we lose this long-term trend line and the market is still positive, as I said, 12 is leading 34. Unless we lose 51.98, there is no point in shorting. It's better to wait for the market to cool off because we have like how many green days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 green days out of 11 in last 12 days, including today. We had the second red day. So this is a very big streak on the green days. Now, when we have such a big streak, the kind of cool off happening, kind of a rug pull for a quick 30, 40 points is very much possible. So again, I'm saying if we lose, let me just clear this. Yes. So if we lose this area, which is 5310-ish, then we have trouble because then it will become a evening star. So if it is evening star, then possible drawdown is there. Tomorrow is a monthly expiry. So there may be some stress on the market to be in a specific chop range. So let's be very clear about that. So Kishore is asking, thank you, Mitchell. Kishore is asking how I identify 5 and 12 and 34. Kishore, if you do not know that, then go to the settings and check the colors. 5 is the above the range, 12 is the bottom. I have 12 line very clearly identified as green. Even if it is in the red zone, it is green. That's 12 EM. Cloud has a different mechanism. So if I, like, this is for all the people who are totally new to Ripster's system. Like, again, he uses more than two. Uh, so here you see, this is 5. This is very light. Where is the pen? Ah, so this is 5 EMA. This is 12 EMA. The top. This is 34 EMA, and this is 50 EMA. So I have been using 12 and 34. 5 is the top, 50 is the top. So when you see green up, it means 12 EMA is leading 34 EMA. When you see the red up, you will see that 12 EMA is lagging 34 EMA. That's it. The whole idea is you need to take into consideration 12 and 34 EMA. Hi, Raj. And that's it. Everything remains as is, which I've been sharing with you all. Nothing. It's just that visually it looks easier to identify rather than looking at the levels every single time. Hi, Vikas. Okay, so from a level point of view, unless we go down below 53.10 to 53.15, I'm okay and expect a chop. If we lose 53.10, 53.15, the next level of support is round number 5300, which is there, and then 12 EMA, which is 52.47. This, if we go down on positive side, I think if we hold that 53.10, 53.15 area, we may chop between 53.30 to 53.49. Very much possible in tomorrow's scenario. All right, let's go to NQ then. NQ is struggling at 18,700. Now, the important aspect is NQ already had like this. If I call this point A, this is point B. If we fail here, we are kind of making a double top. Double top is never good. So I really, really want it to hold this 18,700 line on the weekly basis. Because if we do that, then I think we'll have much, much, much better week for next. If you look at this on the weekly candle, we are right there. We tested 18,700 previously, and now we are testing 18,760. If we fail here, this will be nasty. And where will we find the support? The real support is 17,120. So that's 15 points down, like 1,500 points down. So I'm really, really careful on NQ. If it does not make a move above 18,700, I'll be really, really cautious on the long side. Also, you need to see Amazon is not making a move. Microsoft is cooling off. Netflix is cooling off. Meta is cooling off. Nvidia has cooled off. And if earnings are there for Nvidia next week, how it reacts, I don't see more coming into this. So be very clearly, if you find resistance at 18,700, be very cautious on carrying longs. All right. Now, again, if we lose 1817, we have lost 18,700. We are right below the today's low of 683. So if we lose 625, meaning 18,625, if we lose, our first area is this piece, which was acting as support, which is around 18,450. Okay. So anybody who can note these levels for ES and NQ, I can post them on chart. Or let me just clear this. Let me see. I'll say positive or long above 18,700 only. Short below 18,625. Target 18,425. 18,325. Is this a good way for the levels? What do you think? I can take a screenshot and I can post this on. The thing did not came. Okay, so I have to take a screenshot from here. Okay, this is easier. And again, if you have any questions, do post that in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer that. So NQ and ES levels are in front of us. Also, you need to keep in mind that when we talked about the PPI and the CPI, PPI is the purchasers or the producer's price, which has been going up, and CPI is the consumer spending, which is going down. It doesn't mean that inflation is gone. It means that the consumer is getting weaker and weaker. The prices of these products are still higher. The rental rates have gone down a little. That's why the CPI was cooled off. But in real world, the inflation is there. And when inflation is there, the rate cut possibilities are going to be very, very difficult. Keep that in mind. Let's go to Apple. So Apple has, last time we said 187, 870. If it clears, it will have more room. Right now, it is showing strength, but again, it's like dodgy on the top. This is the same area where it has find the resistance. Come on. Yeah. So this is the area where we have found the resistance. Now, if we are able to clear this 191 area, then there's a possibility of Apple long. Otherwise, there's a big gap and Apple has to fill this gap. Again, my concern, the day it went down, look at the volume. The selling volume was enormous. And since then, it has gone up, but the volume has reduced drastically. I understand this was the next day after the earnings, so the volume is remarkably higher. But in this last few days, almost 10 days, the volume is substantially lower than the average volume. So it actually showcases where we are on like strength size. We are going up, but on a reducing volume. So a concerning thing. Kishore, you can like you can ask these question in the what do you call Telegram community. People will answer you these things. So Apple for me is a trade. If we lose 189.50, it has possibility to test 187.70. And for tomorrow, I was looking at Apple trade, a very small size trade. I'm looking at 187.50 puts. If somehow market starts to wind up, I may pick up $200 or $300 value of them. If it works out, I should see 187 puts maybe to 25, 30 cents very easily. So keep an eye on this. Then we had Adobe. Adobe is trying its best to break above 34. Like it's slightly uh, conjected between the 12 and 34 in the last few days. And since the last earnings, it has not shown any, I would say, any attempt to break over 34 EMA. It just tried but couldn't close. There was only one temporary day where the volume was really low. It just went up. So it's an inside day. It's nearing, like if I increase the size, you will see the 12 EMA is tested, 34 EMA is tested yesterday. We are in the middle of range. Either it needs to break above 489 or break below 482. Right now, 482 is very tight range. The moment it loses 482, it's a sell. It always is a sell. It's weak on every single chart. It is trying to make an attempt. Now, if you are a very positive and optimistic trader, this is, you need to see. Uh, this is right there. It needs to clear this. Only then it will be a positive. I don't know what this pattern is. This is not a bull flag or something, but this is called, I don't know what it is, but this is specifically called. So Adobe 489 and 482. 489 if you're looking to go long, 482 if you're looking to go short. And honestly, tomorrow I think chips will be on the back seat. This is the inverted hammer, which went onto the top. It broke out the 34 EMA. So technically speaking, 34 EMA is 159. Till the moment it is holding 159, I'm okay. But I will not be taking a trade on AMD tomorrow. Yes, megaphone, that's correct. So this is a 34 EMA test. I think if it holds 159-ish, I'm all right. But if it loses, 155 is something which will come into the picture very quickly. So AMD, if you are a person who wants to try calls, make sure 180, 160, 159 holds true. It doesn't lose that. Amazon, Amazon, I don't know. It's struggling. It's struggling badly. Uh, it's coming like it's below the 12 EMA now, and it's not showing the strength at all. When the market is strong, it is not showing the strength, but when the market is weak, it is the first one to give up, which means that it is not a good long at this moment. Now, it's trying its best to make uh, evening star right there, but it's near the support of 34 EMA, 182.50. So if I'm a buyer or something, I would take 182.50 as my last stop. If I lose that, I will have 175. This is 175 issue. The 34 EMA, which is my case, must hold for Amazon to work. If it doesn't, then bad, really bad for Amazon. I'm not going to go long until it clears 185 on the closing basis. It is losing this area 2 days, 3 days back to back. So Amazon is a little weak. AVGO. AVGO made a new high today, 1445, and it's around that corner of 1414. Now, same thing. Is it a fake breakout? Why? Because this, like people who do not know what is a fake breakout, just notice on this. This is really, really important. So let's assume, how would we know what is a fake breakout, when is a fake breakdown? Now, in this case, this was the high. Okay, let's call it H1. So today, what we did was we went above H1. So we made H2. So H2 was greater than H1, meaning the high of today was greater than the high of yesterday. But the close of day one was greater than the close of today. That's why it is a fake breakout. Okay, and it closed below a very important area of 1414. So I am little suspicious that yes, it's a fake breakout. And in the last few days, it has moved almost $200. So 1414 is your stop loss. Go short. Baba, I think is really doing well. It has cleared above 184.74 area, which it had like struggled almost for some time. And once we clear this area, let me just delete this. Look at this. This is the area where we had a dodgy, and then we came back down. We are almost at the same point. We need to clear this. Once we clear this, I will see 96 on Baba. It's looking really, really solid, really, really positive. So I'm looking forward to Baba now. Because when are you selling Baidu option? Let's see when it opens in China market. Right now it has come down in China, I think. Yep, it has lost $3 on China market. It was looking really good at 114. Now it is at 111. Hong Kong has lost 250 points. Let's see how it opens. Baidu is at almost day low now in China. It will still open at 113.50, 113.70. But I wanted it like 114 was the high in China's market. So most likely if it doesn't open, I will exit at open. All right. Uh, let's move at what to the ticker. We have Google. No, ENPH. I mentioned about ENPH. So Baba has to clear 87. If it doesn't, it's going to struggle. ENPH. If you see, ENPH has done a tremendous amount of base formation in this area, 108. And where it is struggling at 106, roughly 117, close around that. It's like 3 days back to back in a range. Now, what is happening is the 12 EMA and 34 EMA, they're converging towards each other. It means possibly tomorrow there is a setup which will run into 126. Let's look at some of the calls if we have for ENPH. I'll go into the black box. Yeah, ENPH. Not much on ENPH. Let's look at FSLR. There's a 260 call for FSLR, 280 call. That's a $3 million call. Run had like $15 strikes. Good one, which I showed you. So it came into the end. So most likely there's a good move setting up for the solar stocks. Keep an eye on them. And from a stop loss point of view, 113, which is a 12 EMA, is a good stop loss for ENPH. Google hit my 174-ish area one more time, closed around the same area, 174.17. Again, out of all the big companies, Google is showing some tremendous power. Any dip, I'll be interested. If it comes to 169, like in this the morning star, the evening star setup, we may have some positive, not the positive, the downside move that will bring Google around 169. So I'll be looking forward to add around 169. And once we clear 174, 184, 85 is an area. I think it has more potential towards going to 203, which is a really good area for Google. Meta, so Meta is bounced and now is struggling around this 474-ish area, which is 161 Fibonacci. Roughly, it's like the 34 EMA, which is the red line right there. It's an inside day. If it loses 400 and I would say 70, the game is on the downside. So if market is weak, Meta may be the one to go down substantially. Meta had a flow in the last few days of good like 520s calls, but I you can see that the puts are also coming in for very cheap amounts, like 445 puts. These are like very basic, and these are puts which have been like 11 million. I don't know what this trade is and how this trade can be defined. 480, 500 calls, calendar spreads. I don't know. 7 million, 11 million, and 3.6 million. The calls are bought and the puts are sold somehow. I don't know. It's not clear. The calls are sold, and these are big dollar amounts, not like small dollar amounts. So I'm a little confused on Meta. There is also dark pool on Meta, 167 million, 130 million, and it's not able to clear that level at all. So I'm a little cautious on Meta. Now, if it bounces back and go above 478, I think this negativity will fade away. Krish, you have to wait for that. Uh, it's a bullish reversal, but again, Raj, we need to check if it reclaims 478. If it does, only then it makes sense. Because the people who bought 816, they have a lot of money and they can wait. People like us do not have that kind of patience. So it's better to wait for it to cross 478. Then we have Microsoft. Microsoft is a hammer on the top. I don't like it. If it loses this 413, 418, possible. Positive only by 424. 424 is an area where it has struggled a lot. 418 is a confirmation of short. Do not go short unless it loses 418. What else then? Netflix. Netflix has 634, 637 area, very troublesome. This area, it's finding sellers. Maybe around 602. If we can find a buyer, then it will be good. Otherwise, it's going to chop more. 600 is a good area. If it loses 600, then it may come back drastically towards 555, but I doubt that. Unless something happens, uh, it should hold 600, Netflix. Nvidia, everyone's favorite. Nvidia is making hammer on the top. Again, I don't like it. It's whenever you see these kind of hammers right at the top, it's like again the volume is substantially low. But I don't like this. Doesn't give me confidence because the support is 904. In between the Fibonacci is 915. So it's going to be tough if it starts to come down and break down. Positive above 960, 100%, but below 948, I can see 915 very easily. MU has done my targets. I was looking for 130. It came. Now it is making a dodgy right at the top. Don't like it. I really don't like it. Dodginess give me confusion. The good support is maybe at 125, which is still like 2.5% away. So not interested in any. SMCI, again a hammer. Like 975, if you remember, it used to be a good support. Since it has lost 975, it has become hard for it to cross 975. So it was trying to do a W and then break out, but failed. It's in middle of nowhere, so 866 is a good area to add, and above 975. So tomorrow, if it loses, I would say 900 roughly, it may drop to 866. Then people talk about Tesla. SMCI, first, why I'm not able to escape it? That's weird. Okay, Tesla. Tesla is looking weak. It had a bearish engulfing yesterday, and today it made lower low, lower high. Not looking positive. The moment it loses 172, it's holding like 173.30 as its 34 EMA. The moment it loses that, it will come down to 165. 165, 165 is a good area and has a gap to fill. So Tesla always fill the gap. So keep an eye on that. Last one is Walmart. I usually do not trade Walmart. Right. I really don't know what to do with this Walmart. It looks positive. It's in uncharted territory. If I have to draw something, and if I add Fibonacci, roughly it's 63 should be held or hold on Walmart to make any meaningful move. But again, I do not trade Walmart, so I have no opinion on it. Are the option we looking for any of it's a little slow, yes. Bobcat, yes. So guys, I'm pretty much done from my side. I don't have anything else to share. Hopefully, our Baidu doesn't give up by tonight. And again, like we had bad days, but we know we can recover. I have confidence. I have trust. So we'll be back. 100% we'll be back. All right, guys. Thank you for joining in. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.